Hohokam, and a pleasant good evening to everybody, and welcome to Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference Football. It's our game of the week here. And alongside Kelly Epley, I'm Jeff Lowry. We're getting set to go here. A big game for Salt River. If they have any aspirations of winning the conference, they're 4-2. They still play the top two teams here after this week's game, and certainly they need to take care of business against a team, Maricopa, that has struggled mightily this year.
And Maricopa played them pretty tough the first time they played them. It was 14-6 at halftime, and then the wheels fell off a little bit after the first two drives for the Salt River Scorpions. So they've got something to play for tonight. They'd like nothing less than to come away with a win and get back on the right track. We got a win knocking over the football. They might have to have somebody hold it while they kick it off.
Well, very pleasant conditions here in North Glendale as the temperatures are down in the low 80s, a very blustery night. It's kind of a great night, especially in Arizona for the gridiron.
Great weather. Boy, you can't beat this weather. It's perfect football weather. Some people think snow's the perfect football weather, but not here in Arizona.
Loschenkall will send this one into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the first possession will belong to the Maricopa Mustangs, led by fourth-year head coach Doug Medoski.
Cody Lazenby at QB. He's a freshman, 6'4", 220 pounds, out of Utah. I like what we've seen out of him all year long. He's bringing his unit out, getting ready to start his first drive.
So Lazenby comes out with Javon Thompson, the lone running back that flanks him to the left, and we're just underway. This is the first offensive snap of the ball, and Lazenby under pressure, in trouble, and down he goes. And that's going to be a quarterback sack turned in by Adam Parkinson.
Number 43. Lazenby kind of backed into him. He stepped up into the pocket. 43 got knocked down behind him, and then he had some more pressure, and sure enough, he kind of tripped over number 43.
So that'll bring up a second down, a loss of 5. 2nd and 15. They go to the ground attack, and again, good defense up front here by Salt River, and same number as the last tackle, Adam Parkinson.
You don't see this very often these days. They had a triple eagle or a double eagle. They had center covered, both guards covered. Then you had 2-5 techniques. You don't see that front very often, and every single lineman covered. You call that a double eagle, and sure enough, they stopped the run.
Actually, that's Keon Eubanks is number 43, and he is not on the roster. We're going to have some discrepancies all night long as Lazenby throws incomplete. And one good spot for the Mustangs, even though they're going to be 3 and out here, is to see Andre Griggs. He had 3 touchdowns through their first 2 games.
Yep, he was going down on the sack, and as he was going down, he bulleted it to Griggs. Griggs couldn't hold on to it. I don't think he kind of thought he was going to get the football to begin with.
So the Maricopa Mustangs 3 and out to start things off here.
Back deep, number 34 for the Scorpions. Marquise Owens lined up about a 45-yard line. They're going to get some pretty good field position no matter where they catch this thing.
Line of scrimmage is right around the 17-yard line. And this one is going to be, well, he tried to field the ball at the 45 inside his own territory, and it squibs down inside the 40 near the 37.
Griggs should have been a little bit slower. I think he would have grabbed the ball, except for Griggs kind of hit him away from getting to the football.
So Salt River, they're going to move the ball up to the 44-yard line, and that's where they will start. First down and 10. And Trayer Edwards out of Prattsville, Alabama, will get the start at quarterback.
You got an all-offensive line here for the Scorpions. Everyone's from a high school in Arizona, Tuba City, Washington, Glendale.
First down and 10, and they fake the fly sweep, and the throw on the slant. Right along the hash marks on the far side, and that ball is going to be caught for a first down all the way down to the 35-yard line, and a nice catch that time by Marcus Moore.
Just a single wide receiver out there. They faked the fly sweep. He just ran a quick slant. Quarterback faked the handoff and took one step and let it fly for a first down.
You know, we got a penalty after the catch was made.
Yeah, I didn't see the penalty.
No, we didn't get an indication. If we did, it was a quick one. So that's going to move the ball all the way down to the Maricopa 25-yard line. So already knocking on the door to score here is the Salt River Scorpions with a 4-2 record coming in. Quarterback calls his own number up across the 25, and he's going to be down to the 23-yard line where he will be brought down defensively by linebacker Justin Holmes.
You had number 0, Gus Owens, back there at running back, and then they motioned him out to a trips formation on this side, 2 wide receivers up top for a ghost back, and it was just a QB called draw.
So a nice job on first down. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2 by the quarterback. Well, I'll tell you what, he's got a quick first step coming out of that backfield.
Maricopa in their 3-3 front, 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers.
Barajas, the lone running back, he's back to pass, doesn't have a lot of time, and throws to the far side, and he's completed to Marcus Moore for the 2nd time, and that's going to be good enough for the first down. A pickup of close to 11 yards on the play, and they're inside the Maricopa red zone.
Well-timed route. That wide receiver just ran a 10-yard out. The ball was in the air as the receiver was making the turn, so that was completely planned. They knew how far it was going to be and who was going to catch it and when and where. So they're all on the same page right now, Salt River.
Marcus Moore with 2 catches for better than 20, almost 25 yards. And now the quarterback throws, and he actually had a wide-open receiver in Colton Grover, who was standing about 2 yards into the end zone as it falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Not a whole lot of heat coming from Maricopa. If they are bringing a linebacker, it's just one at a time. It looks like they're running a cover 3 concept.
They got Marcus Moore, a receiver on the far side. And then the slot receiver to the near is Grover, and he's going back to Moore, who makes a spectacular one-handed grab, but he was out of bounds, incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Little one-on-one coverage on that end. Perfectly placed ball by the quarterback. I thought it was an outstanding ball. But as you can see, the catch was made and brought down just out of bounds. There's the throw. There's the catch. And he didn't quite get it. So, pretty good ball by the QB. 3rd and 10.
The line to gain is the Maricopa 4-yard line. And they fake the inside handoff, throw it over the middle and into the end zone for the touchdown. 12-yard pickup as the touchdown is caught. His 2nd catch of the drive, Colton Grover, 6 plays, 56 yards on that drive, and a very impressive start for the Salt River Scorpions.
Same play they scored that long gainer on in the first play of the season, or I'm sorry, first play of the game, is they faked that fly sweep, just a quick, just a handoff fake, just a split second, and then they throw that slant, and that was for the touch.
Loschenkall in on the extra point, has it blocked. And a tremendous job, and at the junior college level, you can return this one for a 2-point play. And I believe that one was blocked by linebacker Justin Holmes.
Yep, number 9 from Cactus High School. Came in the B gap. Got a piece of it.
Penalty marker is down with 11 minutes and 54 seconds, so that was almost a 2.5-minute drive. Very efficient first drive of the game for Salt River. And Kelly, that encompassed 6 plays, 56 yards.
And it was a nice mix of run and pass. I thought pretty efficiently they move the ball down there and getting in the end zone. It's going to be a long night for Maricopa if they don't figure something out, stop that quick slant.
So the penalty going against Maricopa, that one will be declined. So a 12-yard pass play to Grover. Off the right arm and right hand of Traer Edwards. And that makes it a 6-0 lead for Salt River.
You got Jovan Scott from Peoria High School back deep, and number 81, Alan Hakagaba, I hope I'm saying that right, from Mojave High School in Bullhead City.
Loschenkall will boot this one away. We saw him in his pregame warm-ups. Pretty good leg, strong leg. He's a big guy. 6'4", 215 pounds.
Yeah, he's tall. I was down there on the field, and he came walking up, and I was looking up at his chin.
So it's 6-0 lead for the visiting Salt River Scorpions. And again, he puts that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It'll be first down and 10 from the own 25 for Maricopa when they come out on offense.
So here comes Lazenby, ready to move his team. Well, looks like they're going to be in a tight end set. They've got Christensen out there in the huddle. So they'll either be in a tight end set or a halfback set, or a H-back, I'm sorry. Your lone running back, number 17, Javon Thompson. Oh, I'm wrong. Looks like you got tight bunch over here.
They were running that route in pregame, but they had 4 guys out there at the time.
And a 2-back set. You got an up back, and then you got 17 in the backfield behind the QB.
All right, first down and 10. And their 4th play from scrimmage will gain 5 to Andre Griggs, a young man out of Millennium High School down the road in Goodyear, Arizona.
That's a little unbalanced. They lined up 3 wide receivers on this side, just like you see right now, and you've got a tackle and no wide receiver over there to their left. So they're running a little trickery right here, a little unbalanced set.
And Lazenby goes to the air, completes it to the near side to Griggs. Good team defense that time, and led by Mr. Eubanks.
They're lining up 3 wide receivers and on the tight end side, and then throwing just a quick screen out there out of that unbalanced set, just overloading it. Now they're doing it to the other side. Same formation, just to the other side.
So a gain of 4 with the forward progress, 3rd down and 1. Looking for their first down of the day, and I don't think, Coach, they're going to get it. The ball comes loose. It was picked up by the Scorpions and picked up by, well.
They're not giving it. They're not giving it to him.
I don't think that's Trayvon Williams, number 88. Again, folks, this is just a disclaimer, and the rosters on both sides a little incomplete, so we'll do the best that we can with what we were given.
4th and inches.
Well, what do you got to lose? Maricopa.
Trying to get them off sides, yep.
And Maricopa comes in here 1 and 4 by way of record, plus a forfeit, so they're technically 2 and 4, and they will burn a timeout here to think things over.
Unfortunately, 43 jumped off sides on the first snap when he clapped his hands. Lazenby clapped his hands. If the center would have snapped the ball at that point, they would have got him and got the first down, but he didn't see him way out there on the edge. Be interested to see what they come out in here. Are they going to go for it out of this huddle, or are they going to kick it?
You know, we've seen a lot of Maricopa this year, and you've called several of their games. You and I had a game here about a month ago. And Lazenby is a talented quarterback. You don't see a lot of left-handed quarterbacks. And, you know, this is a man that if you give him a little bit more time, I think he could really wreak havoc in this Hohokam Junior College League.
They're going to line up in that unbalanced set again over here on the short side of the field. If I'm a bet man, I'm saying Lazenby's going to keep the football, fake the screen over to that side.
This formation kind of plays into that quick pass, and there it is, and you called it. He goes straight ahead. He got a good surge, and he's going to pick up the first down, a gain of a yard.
He did it underneath, and that was good. I have a little frustration on 4th and 1, and people are shotgunning the ball back 5 yards deep. Just get underneath the QB and go. But in order for that to happen, you have to be able to run some plays anywhere on the field underneath center. Otherwise, it's an obvious sign that you're going to quarterback sneak. Here's that unbalanced formation again.
And a high snap. And Lazenby wants to just get rid of this one.
He's got the corner. He's got the corner.
And he's going to dive for about a 5-yard pickup. Nice open field tackle that time by Monty Brew. Number 16 tripped him up, and I'll tell you, a play that probably should have went for about a 15-yard loss, he turns into a 5-yard pickup.
Yep. Johnny on the spot getting that, and as tall as he is, only he would have been able to get to that ball. He did, and he had the sense to get around that corner, pick up 5.
Actually a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 with 9:12 left to go here in the opening quarter. Maricopa with the ball in the all-white uniforms, trailing at 6-0. The scoreboard says it's still 0-0. Lazenby back to pass, under pressure again. He is going to be hit. He unleashes the pass. It is incomplete as he tried to hook up with, that's Griggs. Andre Griggs.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, that's an ill-advised pass. He's going down, and he throws that ball as he's going down, kind of like a little spike, volleyball spike. I think he was just trying to get rid of it. You never know what that's going to happen. It would have been, I think, best just hold on to that thing.
Kenneth Johnson applying the pressure for Salt River, and now the quarterback calls his own number, and he is going to be sacked.
I don't think he called his own number. I think the ball got snapped early, and no one knew it, and he had nothing left to do but go. It looked like the ball got snapped. He caught it, and nobody moved. So I'm not sure that was a planned QB draw.
Well, 56 was in there on the quarterback sack, Alexander Cordova. So a good job by the Salt River Scorpions defense. 7 plays as 4th down comes up. 7 plays, and they get a grand total of about 16 yards. And they had to work for those 16 yards as this punt is going to be fielded back near the 28-yard line, and a nice return
by number 34.
Yeah, that's Marquise Owens. So he gets 36 on the punt. And it looks like we've got maybe close to a 10-yard pickup on the return. Actually, a pickup of about 14 on the return with 7:58 left to play. Salt River leads it by a score of 6-0. First quarter action. So they'll start from their own 42-yard line. Second possession of the game for Larry Davis's Salt River Scorpions, assisted by O coordinator Alec Horn and D coordinator Kendrick Scott. Tommy Ziegler is the offensive coordinator for defensive coordinator Doug Medoski on the Maricopa side. Good containment by the defense on the edge. And that was all started by Maua Hufatafi, the linebacker, 6 foot, 230 pounds.
Gus Owens, the ball carrier from Corona del Sol, tried to get to the corner of a loss of about 3.
So Hatafi, 6 foot, 230 pounds. Boy, when you see your linebackers coming in and getting that edge defense, it makes that opposing team not want to run the ball a whole lot. 2nd down after a loss of 3. Second play of the drive, and the quick quarterback, Edwards, still on his feet and out of bounds near the 46-yard line.
You're going to have a penalty over here on number 87, blocking a defenseless player, I think. He hit him in the front. He just wasn't looking at him. That's one of the newer rules in football. Back in my day, you could have just laid that guy out.
Now you're telling your age.
Yeah.
Let's see what the call is. Up front, Kai Armstrong. Left tackle, left guard Christian Oropeza. Isaiah Cortez on the snap out of Washington High School. Tryron Mann from Tuba City, way up north, the wonderful Indian country, beautiful Indian country up there. And I've done a lot of hiking up in that Tuba City area and Coal Mine Canyon. And Gilbert Calderon, the right tackle here for Salt River Scorpions with 7:10 on the clock. With Kelly Epley, Jeff Lowry, our entire Dynamic Solutions crew. Well, that negates a 7-yard gain by Edwards, the quarterback, on that quick scamper, and it moves them all the way back to the 30. And it brings up a 2nd down and 22 for the Scorpions, who lead it 6-0. They still have to play the 2 top teams in the conference if they have any chance of, as that ball was thrown behind the intended receiver in Grover, and it's incomplete. And that ball nearly intercepted there by, looks like, number 12.
Yep, number 12 almost picked that thing off. It kind of surprised him, I think. They were running deep quarters coverage. He had trips over there. He just stayed in his quarter, and they were trying to run that slant, throw that slant again. And it almost just hit him in the hands before he knew the ball was there.
So now they got trips on the near side of the field. Quarterback is Edwards. He's looked good so far, but that last pass was not very good. And here's a quick screen, and boy, I'll tell you, the Maricopa Mustangs are all over that one, and that looks like 57 on the tackle. We don't have a name to go with that number.
I'll tell you what, number 3, Jordan Creer from Yonker High School, caused that tackle to happen. He played great outside leverage, came up, forced that guy inside right when he caught the football. Picture-perfect defense.
That was an interesting play call on 3rd and 22, and then they bunch up everybody over there, and they're really to the short side of the field. There wasn't a lot of room for whoever caught the ball to maneuver in that situation.
I think they wanted to kind of run a screen with the other 2 wide receivers.
Loshing call. Oh, line of scrimmage from the 32-yard line, and a booming kick all the way back to the 20, and that'll go for 48 yards. A booming kick by Loshing-Call, and I've been impressed with him so far.
No penalty. It could have been a penalty called. It looked like number 93 made a little contact with the punter, Dylan Brown, but he did a great job of falling straight down. The punter probably should have fell down. He would have got at least a running into the punter, not roughing the punter, but running into the punter wouldn't have helped much. But yeah, big time punt. 93 almost got a piece of it.
So 5 minutes and 54 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. They'll start this drive, the Mustangs that is, from their own 20-yard line. This is their 3rd possession of the contest. Lazenby back at quarterback, facing 1st down and 10.
You got your unbalanced set. Now they're going to motion out of the unbalanced. It's still unbalanced, but you got 1 wide receiver over to the wide side of the field.
Lazenby with time, and he fires to Griggs near the 30-yard line, and that's complete and close to a 7-yard pickup, just shy of the 30 to the 29.
They just ran a hook, or really an outside curl, a little 8-yard outside curl. He turned around, ball was delivered. Now they're running the same unbalanced formation to the boundary. Let's see if we motion anybody out of it like they did last game. Or last play. They did not.
And they give it to Thompson straight ahead. He's across the 30, a gain of 2. And our infamous number 56 making the play, Alexander Cordova.
3rd and 1. Big play right here.
I was going to say, Lazenby, 6'4", 220 pounds out of South Jordan, Utah, if you were wondering.
You've got Scorpions in that double eagle, every single lineman covered, or diamond front. Some people call it a diamond front with 1 linebacker.
And Maricopa is going to go with a sweep to the near side, and nice little run there by Javon Scott, who's one of the fastest players on the field, and he's going to gain close to 4 yards and a Maricopa 1st down.
Javon Thompson was out there, the lead blocker. He wasn't quite sure who to block. Should he block inside or should he be blocking that corner out? So he kind of changed his mind about halfway through the play. Nice gainer.
Amir Dang was in on the play defensively, number 5 for the Salt River. As they hand off, they get about 3, maybe 4 on that one with the forward progress as the carry belongs to Thompson.
Maricopa's running a unbalanced to the short side of the field. Sometimes they're doing with the tight end on the line, sometimes off the line. And then they're just changing up what they're running. They're trying to get Salt River to line up incorrectly. Salt River just said, hey, we're just going to line up in diamond front. We're going to cover all your linemen and go one linebacker deep and put a defensive back up on that tight trips.
On 2nd down and 9, and I think they're going to pick up another first down here.
Yep, they got it.
Well, they go to the big receiver in Andre Puente, 6'4", 190 pounds out of Savannah, Georgia. And that'll be the 2nd first down of the drive.
Okay, you got a basic set now. You got one wide receiver up top, trips down here on our sideline.
3 minutes and 15 seconds left to play here. First down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Lazenby now flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be sacked inside the 30. Well, fantastic defensive play right there, and the breakdown on that offensive front line has been somewhat of an Achilles heel on this team. And
Adam Parkinson was a big-time sacker on that one, number 4-3. He's been on their backfield all night long, coming off that edge.
No, he's out.
You sure?
His coach said it was Eubanks.
Okay, number 43 is going to be Eubanks from Chandler High School.
All right, 2nd and long, and Lazenby in trouble again and fires incomplete. The ball might have been deflected at the line of scrimmage, and Kenneth Johnson and a couple of others were in there defensively for the Scorpions, bringing up a 3rd and very long. The ball all the way back to the 31, the line to gain the 43.
They're rushing, Salt River's rushing 6 every single play, so they're going to get pressure on the QB. They've got 6 to block them, but someone's breaking down because one of those 2 backs in the backfield are going out on a route. So you don't have 7 on 6. You got 6 on 6.
So it's 3rd and 22 now. Actually, the line to gain is inside the enemy territory at the 43. Long pass, and he's got a man, and it's in and out of the hands. It might have actually been broken up at the last instant by defenseman and the safety. I think that's that free safety, Harvey.
Yep, Caleb Harvey came in at the very end. You'll see it out here on the replay. It looked like it was going to be a catch. Great ball.
Oh, great
and then
throw.
Out of nowhere, he comes over top. Right there. Almost picks it.
Javon Scott, the intended receiver, and like we said, one of the fastest players. That's just an all-pro play. So, Glendale looking good They get a couple of first downs and waste an 8-play drive, but they only went 11 yards. And the kick is away by Dickerson. And a nice return here of about 15, maybe a little more than 15 yards on the play.
Number 34, Daniel Lamar, was the returner from Florida. He's from Waukegan, Florida.
Lake Wells High School, Daniel Lamar Everati. 2:01 left to go here. Salt River will have their 3rd possession of the game. And they will start with very good starting field position at their own 48-yard line. They lead at 6-0. The Salt River Scorpions and the Maricopa Mustangs here on the dynamic.
You got a new running back in, DJ Spar, number 8 for Salt River.
First down and 10. Edwards back to pass, incomplete to the far flats, and nice defensive play there by Tiger for Maricopa.
Salt River likes that quick slant to the single receiver side. If it's to the double receiver side, it'll be the inside receiver, but they like that slant. They see something there. They're running trips over here to the wide side and tried that slant to 17 that they've been pretty successful with earlier in the quarter.
No gain on the play. It will bring up 2nd down and 10, and I think a lot of offensive coordinators like that because it's very hard to defend that pass. Straight ahead and just a bull run, and probably good enough for the 1st down. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a quick hitter straight over the middle.
That was just a draw give to number 8.
And that's DJ Spar. So he gets 10 yards.
First time we've seen him this quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And, boy, he's earned a few yards, that's for sure.
A 12-yard pass to Colton Grover from Traer Edwards way back at the 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the contest has given us our only score of the game. Edwards to the air, and a good coverage over there, though at the tail end of that it looked like some separation was there for Marcus Moore, who has a couple of receptions, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Looks like you got man coverage across the board for the Mustangs. We motioned out into trips. Linebacker took the number 3 running a slant. Quarterback didn't see it, but he had a step on him, so he was open for that one.
Palacios kind of slowing things down, had to tie his shoe. Palacios had a big game on our last when you and I did that game about a month ago against Gila River. Here's a quick pass back to DJ, and he's off and spinning out of danger inside the red zone, inside the 10, the 5, and he's found the promised land, a 42-yard pass play.
Colton Grover spinning and spinning and spinning. People are going to start calling him Maytag. That was a heck of a run by him. Got caught. He just spun out of about 3 tackles. Nice 30-yard run, 30-yard plus run for a touchdown. Are they going to go for 2 to make it 14, or are they going to go for it? Looks like they're going for 1. 94's out there to kick it.
So a 50-second, 4-play, 52-yard drive by the Scorpions, and Salt River leads it 12-0. Loschenkall in for the kick, and the extra point splits the uprights to make it 13-0 in favor of the Salt River Scorpions. They've had wins over Arizona Christian, Maricopa. They've beaten Sonoran twice, but they're going to need a win over Gila River and Papago, the 2 top teams in the conference this year, as Maricopa now down by 2 possessions.
That's their next 2 opponents, I believe, to end the season up, isn't it?
Yes.
You can see some frustration building up here on the sideline for Maricopa. Had a DB come off and throw his helmet.
That tends to happen when you give up really, that was a quick strike. I mean, like I said, just 4 plays, 52 yards on that drive, and we got 1:10 left to go.
And that last play, the scoring play, was particularly hard on Maricopa because you had him tackled about 3-4 different times. He just spun right out of it.
That was a very impressive catch run after the catch by DJ Spar. So 2 touchdown passes. They're going to try to run this one out of the end zone. And a nice return of 31 yards.
Nice middle return.
Hasagaba, the 175-pounder out of Mojave High School in Bullhead City, Arizona.
The Mojave Thunderbirds, I believe they're called. He's come a long way.
I remember calling a game up there when I first started, when we used to do the Centennial Coyote games, and we made the trek all the way up there. And it's right on the Colorado River.
Yeah, it sure is. You can see it from the field. It's a beautiful field. Mm-hmm. I played a couple of games there when I was coaching at Agua Fria.
Angel Valenzuela, the big guy on the left tackle or left guard, leading the charge up front for Cody Lazenby. And his team needs some points with a minute left to go here in quarter number 1, trailing Salt River, visiting Salt River 13-0, Hohokam Junior College football. Lazenby, well, they might have got a little bit of face mask there. He fumbles the ball at the end. I think the knee was down. And that's going to go for another quarterback sack. That's the third of the night for the Scorpions defense.
Yeah, we've got to figure something out with to stop that rush right now. Right now, Lazenby's just got no time whatsoever. They ran that unbalanced front over here to the short side of the field and the single receiver. And that's where he wanted to go with it, but he's just got no time whatsoever.
Well, we've mentioned Kenneth Johnson. That is the 4th tackle he's made here tonight. He's been in on a couple of quarterback sacks already. And that was going to be a solo quarterback sack for Big 99 on the Scorpion side. 2nd down and 12 from the 18. Lazenby fumbles the ball, and actually that was a snap actually to Jordan Gurley, who came in.
And didn't feel the snap, hit the ground, but they ended up coming back up with it. The Salt River Scorpions are showing up in that double eagle every single play.
So that's the end of the first quarter here from Mountain Ridge High School. And visiting Salt River Scorpions lead the Maricopa Mustangs 13-0.
This is my game. And it's everything to me. It's opportunity. Where I prove myself. Where I feel free. My game, it's a gift. And we all have the right to experience the gift of the game.
Second quarter action, and new quarterback Gurley in, throws complete near the 30-yard line, and the first time tonight with Jay Anderson, who had 40 receptions for nearly 800 yards in his senior year at nearby Sunrise Mountain High School. But it's going to leave him in a 4th and 10 as we start quarter number 2, 13-0 Salt River.
You're bringing 5, maybe 6 every single play for Salt River just by their alignment because of the unbalance. They've decided to battle that with adding another 2 linebackers up on the line of scrimmage, and they're rushing if it's passed.
All right, J.J. back to kick. Boy, he's got a live foot, doesn't he? And this ball's going to take a Maricopa roll, and it will be a touchback. If it wasn't for the wind, I think they would have had a good chance of possibly. That was a 70-yard punt.
Yeah, it hit at about the 30, and then just rocketed, man. It just took off for the end zone. They almost got it. That was great hustle by number 81 covering that thing. Alan Hakagaba from Mojave. He did a great job chasing that thing down. He almost downed it at the 1-foot line.
Boy, that would have got the crowd going if he had done that. And again, I think the wind might have, Unfortunately, we don't have the American flag out here. It's a little hard to say. Sometimes the wind upstairs is a little different than the way it is down on the field. So 14 minutes left to go.
Cover 2 concept for Maricopa Mustangs. A 3-3 front.
First down and 10. Edwards, the starting quarterback, back in there. They went with the fly sweep. Never even got to that point, and a great tackle behind the line of scrimmage for the Maricopa Mustangs. And I don't think that's Cole Schmel.
Looks like number 93 right. Yep, 93.
Oh, it's 93, excuse me.
Great tackle by 93 coming off the edge. Made a guy miss.
Great play by Dylan Brown.
They did stunt 5. They stunted 2 linebackers out of that 3 defensive line front. 2 of the outside linebackers came from the secondary.
Dylan Brown with the negative yardage play. And they may have another one here, and they do. And that Mustang defense at times here tonight, Coach, has really been spectacular.
And that started with 93 coming off that edge, making him step up.
Hatafi on the negative yardage play out of Sacramento, California. That was the previous play. Or no, that was the last play, excuse me.
Yeah, came off, made him miss.
Edwards on 3rd and long, 3rd and close to 20, and he completes the pass. They'll get half that yardage back.
Yep. I was thinking he almost got the first, but that's the back of the sticks.
Jose Contreras, he's going to be, check that, 16 is Matthew Isaacs, and he's going to be brought down defensively, which was a pretty good open field tackle, pretty much. Peyton Williams, or check that, Monty Brew. So they're 3 and out.
Right.
I think this is the second time they've been 3 and out. Lawson call.
Short punt.
This one is going to roll right at the midfield stripe. A 30-yard punt, 30-yard gain. And we got 12 minutes left to go here in the opening half. Maricopa, now how big is this possession? They have struggled mightily offensively throughout this first half. With 12 minutes left to go here in the first half, I think this one's pretty big for the Mustangs and Doug Medoski.
Well, this is their best starting field position of the night. They're starting at their own 50, just their side of the 50-yard line. Put together a couple first downs, put that ball in the end zone. We got a different ball game.
11:58 on the clock. Ball right at the 50-yard line, as you can see. And the southpaw, 6'4", 215, 10, 15, 20-pounder. Cody Lazenby with Thompson, the lone setback. It's a 4-receiver set. They're showing blitz. Here they come, and going right after him. And the pass is thrown behind, incomplete. He tried to hook up with that big wide receiver, 6'4", Andre Puente. 2nd and 10 coming up.
They went back to a normal pseudo, quote-unquote, normal set. 2 wide receivers on this side, up top a tight end and 1 wide receiver, single back set, just to spread them out a little bit. Number 87 couldn't hold on to the ball. Puente couldn't hold on to the ball. Too bad.
Only 7 seconds off the clock. 11:52, Lazenby setting up that little wheel route, and that's Thompson out of bounds right around the 40, let's call it the 42-yard line, gain of 7 on the play, a well-executed play, and it leaves the Mustangs in a 3rd down and short yardage. Actually, they're moving it up to down to the 42.
That's a hard ball to throw, that pass, to get the receiver to catch it going upfield, and you're throwing it sideways. You had 3 wide receivers just blocking and giving it to the running back out of the backfield, running that little bubble route.
And he's throwing the ball again, and this time it's incomplete. That's going to bring up a 4th down and short yardage. I think you got to go for it. It's got to be 4th down territory here for Maricopa.
If he would have, number 2 would have come down with that ball, Jovan Scott, I think he would be still running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? I'd go ahead and go for it. They are.
Yeah, I don't see 37 racing out there. Their outstanding kicker.
They are in their unbalanced set again. You got 4 receivers on this side. Only 3 of them are eligible.
And Lazenby,
oh, no.
A bad pass. And he had time. He just rushed it. And Andre Griggs was the intended receiver. So it's a turnover on downs. 11 minutes and 21 seconds left to go here in the first half. And Salt River will have the ball at their own 42-yard line when play resumes.
Yeah, that was a big opportunity to be missed by Maricopa. Maybe if you took off a little mustard off that pass, it would have been easier to catch and go get that first down. I think he was just trying to get it out there so fast so we can get out to that corner.
Well, still a lot of football left to go in this one, and give some credit to the offensive front line for the Scorpions. They've done a nice job so far, led by Christian Oropeza. Gilbert Calderon at right tackle. And you always give credit to your centers, Isaiah Cortez from Washington High School in Phoenix.
Number 7-2.
Or 3. Is he 2 today?
Yeah, he's 2 today.
Okay. Coach said he was 73. We'll move him back to 72. Shotgun formation and a quick screen to the far side. Nice little juke move there, and that might afford them the first down on the play. And here it is again on the replay. Hey, he put on a nice little move about 4 yards downfield.
Yeah, he's got some quicks, number 37.
Is that 37 or 87?
I think it's 37, Thomas Carnegie.
So they did pick up the first down, and the quarterback gets annihilated at the point of attack. And a fine job there, and that's Maui again. Big 42, and
here it is, the replay. These guys run into each other right there. Whoa. I don't think that was drawn up like that. Double twins, single back set.
So they lose a yard on the play, second down and 11, 10.5 on the clock, handoff straight ahead, and not a whole lot going on right there.
Handoff to DJ Spar. Got maybe a yard. That's going to bring 3rd and 10.
Dylan Brown has been on a couple of tackles here tonight, 6'3", 215 pounds for the Maricopa Mustangs. Fourth play of this drive that started at their own 42-yard line roughly a minute and a half ago. And now Salt River needing 10 to pick up the line to gain, which is the 38-yard line in Mustang territory. They'll throw it, and it's incomplete.
Had a trip set down here the wide side of the field. They did a little crossing route with the inside receiver and the outside receiver, and kind of a seam with the middle receiver. But the quarterback wasn't looking that way. He was looking to the number 1 receiver, the single receiver to the short side of the field. Kind of had his eyes locked on that one, and he never got open. He got bracketed.
Joseph Pinella leading the charge up front, number 36 for the Mustangs. I keep wanting to call him Glendale. I don't know why, because we're in Glendale.
Yep.
Loschencall has that one blocked.
Big-time block.
That's a loose ball, and it's picked up by the Scorpions, and they'll cover it over. But what a phenomenal play. Dylan Brown got in there with lightning-like swiftness. And with 9:47 left to go, Maricopa will start for the first time tonight in plus territory.
Great block by Dylan Brown. He's been very active tonight. Sophomore, 6'3", 215 pounds, out of Cactus Shadows. He's had a nice night. Had a couple of sacks, couple of hurries, excuse me, and that block punt was perfect. Didn't even get a piece of the punter at all. So we got great field position for the Mustangs. They're going to line up in their this evening's main formation, the unbalanced to the short side of the field.
First down and 10, starting from their 32 of the Scorpions. Thompson breaking tackles and all the way down to the 5-yard line before he was brought down defensively by Caleb Harvey.
I think that's what they were trying to do on this 4th and short. Get those wide receivers out there blocking, get it to the running back running the bubble. And I'll tell you what, boy, he's running that ball well, isn't he? So you got 1st and goal on the 4.
A 22-yard pass play. They go right back to Javon, and, well, we got a new ball game. Touchdown, Maricopa with 9:23 left to go.
If it works, not do it. Keep doing it.
So that's a 4-yard pass play. Lazenby's first of the night.
Nice ball, and that's a tough ball to throw. It doesn't look like it, but that's a real tough ball to throw for the quarterback, give the running back a chance to catch it. Nice little drive for the offense. All started with the big with the big special teams play by number 93.
Well, we've heard it so many times from our good Hall of Fame friend that special teams, not only the most overlooked part of the game, but sometimes it is the most important part of the game.
It's the largest momentum changer of any of the units, offensive, defensive, and special teams.
Dickerson, the kick. The kick is good, but there was a flag coming in before the snap.
Looks like they're walking off, though. Both teams are walking off.
So Dickerson's kick is good. It is now 13-7. So with the Scorpions missing that first extra point back a couple of minutes into the contest, we'll see if that comes back to haunt them later.
It was encroachment by the Scorpions, and they just declined it. Yeah, we got a different ball game now, folks. Remember, last time they played at halftime, it was 13-6. Now we've got 13-7. There's 9.5 left to play. This will be the first time we saw the Mustangs kickoff team out here.
Well, how efficient was that last drive for Maricopa? 3 plays, 26 yards, but they only ate up 24 seconds of clock. But they needed the score more than anything else with 9:23 to go in the first half.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they cared how long it took. They just wanted the points. No, I haven't seen this formation on a kickoff return in quite some time. You got 5 people up front, then you got the 5 on a dice and 1 single returner. It'd be nice to see the kicker kick it to the numbers, either to the right or left, to make that returner go chase the ball. Just don't kick it straight down the middle.
Marquise Owens back deep to receive the kick. And this one's going to go into the back of the end zone about 9 yards deep. We've got 2 pretty good kickers here tonight.
Or do kick it down the middle, but as long as it gets into the end zone and through the end zone. I keep forgetting the wind's going that way.
Now it's going to be interesting to see how Salt River responds.
The Mustangs' defense has been responding pretty well, no matter if they've been up or down, or if the last offensive series was long, lengthy, or if it was a quick, short one. They've been pretty consistent. You're right. I think the difference is going to be how does the Scorpions react to that last score.
So first down and 10. Ball resting at their own 25-yard line. Here's Edwards calling his own number, running it over the outside gap, and he's going to pick up a good 5, maybe 6 on that play. And he got a good surge from the left tackle and the left guard, Kai Armstrong, Christian Oropeza.
Yeah, you've got some meat up there. 6', 290, 5'11", 280, 6', 280.
Second down and 5. Screen it out to the near side. The ball's caught behind the line of scrimmage. And Maricopa's defense rising to the occasion. Josh Walker getting in there. 6'2", 315 pounds.
Big 5'5", making the tackle out there in the open field. from IMG Academy. He got up. I think he might have been more surprised than anybody in the stadium. But he made a beautiful open field tackle out there.
So that's a statement. Now let's see if they can close out this drive. Third down and long. Edwards is again flushed out of the pocket, completes the pass to Moore right at the numbers at the 30.
Fourth down and 5.
Picked up about eight on that play, but going to leave them in a 4th and 4.
Mustangs running a little cover 2 coverage. Really quarters out here and just keeping everybody underneath them. Make sure they make the tackle. Pretty smart. Give them a little bit, but don't give them a lot. You've got old Jovan Scott out there ready to return the punt. Standing on the 35-yard line, 37-yard line.
Zell Stevens, one of the players in on that last play.
Nice high, short punt.
He's going to get a favorable bounce.
Yeah, you're right.
And this is good for about only about 22 yards, a little uncharacteristic. He was punting at what feels like against the wind, or maybe it's almost like a side wind.
Yeah, it's almost coming sideways from east to west.
So that brings us to the 7:26 mark here in the second quarter. 13-6, visiting Salt River. But Maricopa has a chance to tie or take the lead here as they come back out on offense. Led by Lazenby and big J.D. Cleaver, number 72, 6'1", 276 pounds on the offensive front line for Doug Madusky's Maricopa Mustangs, 2-4 by way of record.
Here's your unbalanced formation of the night to the short side of the field.
Griggs goes in motion for Maricopa. Out of the shotgun and the quick screen, and Javon Thompson had no chance. He was blown up behind the line of scrimmage there on a phenomenal defensive play, and that is Eubanks.
Scorpions made an adjustment. That's the last play they ran for the big yardage to the 4-yard line and for the score. So they've made an adjustment to take care of that. So I wouldn't go back to that for a little bit.
It's a loss of 5. It moves them back to their own 41-yard line, 2nd down and 15. We're inside of 7 minutes left to play here in the first half.
You got trips to the wide side of the field. Up back to that trip side. Cover 3 look for the Scorpions.
Lazenby to the air on 2nd and long, complete to the 49, or did he drop it? I think they are going to rule that incomplete.
Yeah.
Yep. Kind of short-hopped his receiver over there, and that was Jay Anderson, a target they really haven't. That's only 2 looks at Jay Anderson here tonight, a young man who, as we mentioned, had a big senior year at Sunrise Mountain High School a couple of seasons ago. And it brings up 3rd down and long.
I just realized they're not running cover 3. They're running cover 1. Scorpions are. Man underneath, 1 free safety up top. He's almost 15 yards deep.
Okay, 3rd down and 15. 6.5 on the clock. Lazenby complete short yardage play. And another outstanding defensive play. Monty Brew getting on the tackle, a solo tackle, a gain of 4. 4th down and 11 from the 45 of Maricopa, and they will be punting.
Maricopa got the ball in pretty good field position. We're unable to move it at all, so Scorpions did a really nice job of stopping that momentum immediately as soon as they could. Number 34 deep. He's over on the looks like the 12-yard line waiting for this kick.
Line of scrimmage, the 45. And a short kick, or a short-footed kick, and he gets a favorable roll, and it's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So that's going to go for about 46 yards, and that's a net gain with 5:42 left to play. And not all is lost on that particular play or drive by Maricopa because of the great punt by Dickerson.
Great punt, great coverage by Griggs also, number 6. I think that was number 6 that got to the sideline. if it was going to go into the end zone, he would have been able to be there to take it out of there. But it actually rolled out of the sideline. So nice. You're right. Nice punt.
Yeah, there's nothing more. Well, you got it into, what do they call it, the Coffin's Corner?
Yep. That's exactly what they call it.
I haven't heard that expression in a while.
It's nice timing with Halloween right around the corner.
Yeah, I thought I'd get a little creative with you. Here's a handoff, and just a quick angled left 2-yard pickup that time by DJ Spar, who had that impressive touchdown back in the first where he spun. How many times did he spin out of a tackle? Like at least 3 times.
I think it was 4.
And he went 42
right.
yards to pay dirt. That was back in the late stages of the first quarter. And a completed pass, and the forward progress may give them, well, it's going to be close to a first down. They're going to be about a yard short as the catch was made on the far side by Jose Contreras.
Nice open field tackle by the corner out there. I couldn't get his number, but I thought he did a nice job coming up, making that tackle right off the catcher. He would have been a first down, easy first down.
Izell Stevens. Okay. Short yardage. Edwards calls his own number and found some running room. Still on his feet, and he's all the way up to the 30-yard line. Not before being brought down by Dom Brewster. Moved the chains for the Scorpions with 4:40 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, QB did a great job of making some people miss, holding on to the ball. Amir Deng. No, I'm sorry. Traer Edwards did a nice job holding on to the ball. They were trying to strip him late.
Penalty marker is down, and we got a false start against the offense. So that'll move them back 5 with 4:21 left to go till halftime. 13-7 visiting Scorpions. If you're Maricopa right now, you're looking to make another big play. They had the block punt that set up a touchdown. Edwards thought about throwing to the near side, runs with it, and doesn't get very far.
I'm impressed with the Mustangs' angles and stick-to-itiveness, if that's a word, to get to the ball carrier. He's stepping inside the pocket, trying to run vertically, and you had a linebacker that was in coverage in a drop come up and make that play.
Yeah, Tariq Nang on the tackle that time for Doug Madowski's defense. Salt River, 2nd and 14, and they go back to one of their favorite receivers. Moore putting on the moves, and he explodes for a first down as he goes all the way up to the 50-yard line.
Got quarters coverage. They're giving things up underneath, and unfortunately for the Mustangs, the Scorpions are catching the ball and taking that what they're giving underneath, but they're getting some more by making some people miss. They're doing a really good job of making the Mustangs miss.
So on a 2nd down and 14, he gets 18 yards after the catch, and they'll move the chains. 1st down and 10 for Salt River. Inside handoff and a solo tackle. A tremendous job by Joseph Pinella. And he broke through from Liberty High School, an outstanding high school football program here in the Northwest Valley, and that was just a textbook play.
Sure was. Grabbed the shoes, brought him straight down for a yard loss. Now it's going to be 2nd and 11. You got trips up top, single receiver down on the short side of the field.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Here's a quick pass. That's going to get them in plus territory and breaking loose. Xavier Quintanilla with his first catch of the day moved the chains down to the Maricopa 28, a pickup of 22 yards.
Yeah, number 4 is doing a nice job of making some people miss. Catches it, makes that kid miss, makes another one miss there. I'm sorry, number 14. Right there, gets caught from behind.
So we're going to get a timeout on the field. I'm assuming that this is a Maricopa timeout. Doug Madowski he's got 2 timeouts left, so maybe thinking that he might get the ball back here before the first half is over in a one-possession game.
Yeah, I think he also he's thinking, hey, we need to settle down a little bit. The guys have missed a few tackles, and they're kind of complaining at each other. Let's get settled down. Let's get back normal. We've been playing well defensively all night long. We've only given up 13. Let's keep them out of the end zone one more time.
You got two receivers to the far side, two spread wide near side. And out of the shotgun, Edwards looking left, fires to his hot read, and who makes the catch near the 23, and then really fought his way to first down yardage. Palacios and Stevens in on the play, but that was a great job after the catch.
Yep, he just guts it out, has two people on him, just guts it out and gets that first down. They're motioning out of a twin set over there and just going one-on-one receiver, catching, throwing the football, catch it, and let him run.
So fresh set of downs from the 18. Ball is down. Maricopa, boy, would they be dodging a huge bullet, and they've got the possession. How about that?
Number 98, Johnny on the spot right there. Dequarius Wright from Agua Fria High School jumps on that fumble. The Owls.
So Maricopa has plenty of time, 2 timeouts left. The ball resting at their own 20-yard line. They need to go 80 yards, but they'll take a field goal if they can get close enough. They've got a guy that can hit from better than 40 yards in J.J. Dickerson.
You're right, Jeff. They were there. He called timeout thinking he might get the ball back and has plenty of time to get down and get some points on the board. That's exactly what happened. Nice call. They're in that this evening's formation of the night, unbalanced. Motion one of those 3 wide receivers out to the wide side of the field.
1st and 10, and the catch is made near the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a first down. What a catch and what a throw to Thompson. Or check that. That's Jay Anderson who made the catch.
That was a bullet. That was a great throw, great pass. And that's the first time we've seen that play out of that unbalanced formation. They've been running bubble screens and runs out of that. Here they decided let's throw the 9 route.
Jay
and he
Anderson
gets another 5 yards, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Almost
He's all the
10.
way. And then the penalty is going against the Salt River Scorpions, so that's going to put the Mustangs in plus territory. So that turns out to be about a 40-yard play.
Yep.
42 yards to be exact with the penalty.
They've got plenty of time to get some points out on the board. Even may possibly take the lead. Here's our unbalanced formation of the night.
Lazenby with Thompson in the backfield.
Same formation.
Thompson.
I'm sorry, same motion. Uh-oh.
Lazenby.
Almost could have called forward progress on that.
Looking
on
left,
that
and he is going to be smothered by Kenneth Johnson, who has been in on 3 quarterback sacks here tonight.
Right. A little coverage sack. Everybody's covered. 99's coming off the edge. Hold on to the football.
Glendale's called a timeout with 1:09. That's their final timeout of this first half. But still plenty of time, and you're in plus territory. But, well, they lost 8 on that quarterback sack, and now looking at a 2nd and 18 with the line to gain the Salt River 29-yard line.
You try to get it all back in one play, or you try to take 2.
Well, again, I mean, you've got 69 seconds to play with, so I think you obviously would like to get a huge chunk of that back in this situation, but you got 2 plays to get to that 29-yard line.
I'm thinking, what would I have to do to get a field goal at the very least? Not outsmart myself and not even be able to do that.
You got to get I think you really should get a first down here. Though I think JJ would have it feels like the wind would be somewhat behind him, but it might be a little bit of a crosswind.
You're right. I think you're right. You're going to have to go for the first down, not worry about the field goal. I'm doing the math in my head, and it's not worth it.
Because even if they get the first down, you're still looking at a 43-yard field goal. And Lazenby over the middle, and it was dropped by Griggs near the 35-yard line. So now a big fourth down call here. I think they're way out of field goal range here.
Yeah, they are. Griggs is going in motion out on this side, and they want one wide receiver over to their sideline. And then he's running a dig route. He's running about a 12-yard dig route back across the formation, and they're trying to throw it underneath the coverage. It was in his hands and out. So they're going for it's third.
Or check that third. I said fourth down. Sorry.
So it's third down. They've got a normal formation. Twins down here, two receivers up top.
Now Griggs goes in motion. Let's see if he's the hot read. And Lazenby flushed, throwing, deep downfield, and just outstanding coverage over there on the far side. And Antonio Boone and our 43, Keon Eubanks.
Kenneth Johnson, number 99, is just unrelentless from this defensive end position on Maricopa's left side, the Scorpions' right side. It's about the second or third time he's chased that thing down from behind. They might want to figure out a way to get him some help, maybe from a running back, chip him on the way out on a route.
Well, they've been going, what, is this a three-man front? This is a punt, but I mean, have they been going three-man?
No, they've been running that little double eagle.
Okay.
Five-man front, sometimes six. It touched him, but it's out of bounds.
So it'll be a touchback after a 47-yard punt with a 20-yard return. 48 seconds left to go here, 13-7. Well, I'll tell you, we got a good one here in North Glendale, Arizona.
Number 45, big old number 45 running down there. He's the first one down on those punts. He can move for a big man.
I'd like to see Tommy Ziegler maybe run a few plays, use him as a target. We might see that in the second half to mix it up just a little bit.
Right. Okay, we've got our three-man front and our prevent defense. I think you're probably going to see for Maricopa quarter coverage. Yep, it's quarters.
Here's the pass play.
Nice break.
And incomplete. Nice job on the coverage by Tariq Nang.
Yep. Nice break on it by number 2-4. Not letting him catch that ball.
Second down and 10. And Salt River a little out to stop the clock at 40 after a pickup of about 4 on the play.
In their prevent defense, it looks like they're rushing their two defensive ends upfield, but then it looks like number 5'5", Josh Walker, is kind of almost playing like a QB spy. He's taking up a couple gaps in there and making sure he doesn't step up and run it.
That was Jose Contreras on the reception. He's out there with DJ, slot left, third down and 5. Big play here for Maricopa, and the pass is going to be caught, but shy of the line to gain near the 29, and now a 4th and 1. I think you got to punt this one away.
Yeah, you definitely punt this thing, especially with the wind. But they're going to leave him out there. They're probably going to try and draw him off sides, get him to jump. Here comes the offensive line off the ball now, so I think they understood that was probably a little obvious. Let's punt it.
Loshing call back out. He's had his last 2 punts have been short ones, but he has the ability. He's averaging probably close to 40 yards a kick, which doesn't always indicate how good a punter is.
Yeah. Big tall kid out of Williamsfield, I believe.
And a short but towering kick. And this one's going to only go to about 29, 28-yard net gain. And with 28 seconds left to go, 13-7 in favor of Salt River. Maricopa will have a short field, only 28 seconds and no timeouts left here in the first half.
.48-yard line. Here comes the offense. Are we going to see a hurry up, or is he going to call 2 plays at once? Interesting to see how Coach Ziegler treats this. Trips over here to the wide side of the field.
Salt River, a couple of timeouts. 1st and 10 from the Scorpion 48-yard line. Lazenby will take the direct snap. Shoulder high snap, throws, fires, completes inside the 40 for 12 yards to Jay Anderson. And that'll move the chains, and that's pretty efficient right there. 24 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, if you do that a few more times, move that one more first down marker, you're easily in field goal range. Walk out here with a few points in your pocket.
And if you can get to the 30, that puts you at the 45-yard attempt.
Right.
And there's no doubt about it that J.J. Dickerson has that kind of range. But you got swirling winds down there. Lazenby throws, and it's incomplete. It brings up 2nd down and 10. Still 20 seconds. Still plenty of time. You can still get 2 or 3 plays off here. But you don't have a timeout.
No. Out of that, an incomplete pass is just as good as a timeout right now.
Mm-hmm.
That Griggs, they like Griggs out there singled on the corner. And they're going to just line him up out there now. They've been motioning him out in that formation.
From the 37-yard line inside Salt River territory, the home team, Maricopa, trying to at least get into field goal range. And now Lazenby takes off with it. He's being chased, and he fumbles it out of play after about a 5-yard pickup.
Number 16 did a great job. Monty Brew.
Called his name a few times tonight.
Did a great job hatching in that ball out. Here you see it. He's chasing him. And here comes the hatchet. Boom. Nice job.
I don't know if he gained an extra yard when the ball went out of play. And now you're going to get a Scorpion timeout here with 13 seconds left to go. And this live stream is brought to you by Dynamic Video Solutions, Arizona's premier video production and podcast company. They offer all aspects of production, including live streaming, podcast recording, on-location video production, and in-studio services in their Mesa, Arizona facility. They have over 30 years of combined experience in the industry and can bring your company to the next level with attention-grabbing videos for your website and social media channel. Contact Dynamic Video Solutions 480-275-2262. Visit their website, better yet, at dvsstudios.com.
Okay, big play right here.
This is one of those possibly a game-changing play.
Yep.
No question about it. If they can get within field goal range, right now they're sitting near a 50-yarder.
Don't put it back past Ziegler either to throw it in the end zone.
That's what I was thinking, and they are going to take a shot.
Is.
He's got
right
a man, and it's off the hands, incomplete. It was broken up nicely by Antonio Boone. He saved the touchdown because Griggs may have gotten tripped up a little bit towards the tail end of this play. Good job by our cameraman.
Yeah, great job.
No, he just
hit the
threw
ground.
behind him.
Right.
Well, there's still 6 seconds left to go, and coming out.
I like that call.
I do too.
I love that call.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is going to be a 52-yard attempt. The only concern that I think I have that there's kind of a swirling wind here, so it's going to be hard to gauge. Left-footed kicker, J.J. Dickerson, 6'1", 170 out of Mountain Ridge High School. The snap is down. He's got plenty of leg. And, Coach, did he get it? Oh, it hit the crossbar. But
it bounced inside. It's good.
It is good. How about that with 1 second left to go?
How about that? Great kick, and it bounced and hit it inside.
A 52-yard field goal by Dickerson as we watch
snap.
it again.
Great hold. Watch this thing bounce. Doink.
And in. How about that?
Wow, that's exciting. That's going to make a few highlight reels. We might see that on ESPN tonight.
So that'll make it 13-10 as Maricopa scores with 1 second left to go here.
We got fireworks over there. You see the fireworks? Wow, they do it right over here at Maricopa Mustangs.
And that is huge. And now, will that give the Maricopa Mustangs some momentum going into that second half? We'll have to wait and see. But J.J. Dickerson with the longest field goal in the Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference here in 2022.
Well, I'll tell you what, that makes you go into the locker room in a whole different mood. And the kick is out of the end zone. Kicker's earning his money tonight. Somebody needs to buy him lunch or dinner.
I had a chance to talk to him on our last broadcast. Seems like a really nice young man. His coach told us that he is legitimate. He is a Division I kicker. And maybe he just proved it with that 52-yard bomb just a moment ago to pull the Maricopa Mustangs to within 3, 13-10 of visiting Salt River.
And a little bit of wind to go with it, swirling wind. So it had to have a little bit of oomph to it in order to keep that straight line.
Well, I would imagine we'll take a knee here and head into the locker room. Well, really a good first half.
Great first half. That was fun football right there.
It certainly was, and Salt River got out to a 13-0 lead. You had touchdowns by Grover and DJ Spar, then Thompson a 4-yard pass play to make it 13-7 for Maricopa, and then the 52-yarder with 1 second left to go in the half by Maricopa's Dickerson. And you are caught up on the scoring here as we send it to halftime. 13-10, visiting Salt River, and it's a must-win for Salt River. They come in with a record of 4-2 if they have any aspirations of winning conference.
Archie Bradley, current Major League pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. If I had to give a list of who the best was out of Archie the pitcher, Archie the griller, Archie the hunter, I'm unfortunately going to have to fall back on my baseball skills. Being a professional athlete, the food that I put into my body is very, very important. When I was younger, I may not have paid as much attention to it, but as I've been fortunate enough to keep playing year in and year out, I've put a lot more time and effort into making sure my diet and the food I put into my body is exactly what I need.
The world is changing. How business gets done is changing. Energy, success, even the face of entrepreneurship is changing. See how we're changing at bankofthewest.com/change. Bank of the West, the bank for a changing world.
With any deposit checking at Bank of the West, you can make any deposit, anywhere, in any amount per statement. And we'll waive your monthly service charge. any deposit checking from Bank of the West.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
Jazz bath? Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is my game. And it's everything to me. It's opportunity. Where I prove myself. Where I feel free. My game, it's a gift. And we all have the right to experience the gift of the game.
All right, back here in North Glendale with Kelly Epley. I'm Jeff Lowry, and a 13-10 lead for the visiting Salt River Scorpions. They got out to a 13-0 lead in that first half, Coach, but Maricopa, you know, you give a lot of credit. They scored 10 points to cut it to a 3-point deficit, but it was their defense that really set the tone in that second quarter.
Yeah, that their defense kept playing tough, and I know Salt River got 13 points, but the big momentum changer was that block punt, and that changed the whole scheme of the whole game. They got the football, scored 7 points, and then played some great defense, and were able to end the half with a 3-point field goal to make it 13-10.
And you had mentioned when we were off the air that, you know, the first matchup between these two teams this year, pretty much the same score at halftime, but the end result was a blowout win for Salt River. But any indication that things might be different here tonight?
It was a different feel that first game. It was. I remember thinking, and we talked about it. It was 13-7, but boy, the Scorpions just looked like they were just outplaying them. It looks like the momentum changed on this second half, and right now, Maricopa walked in on the high note, and I got a different feel because they seemed to have taken this game over.
Well, the place went bananas at the very end of that first half with 1 second left on the clock. J.J. Dickerson boots a 52-yard field goal, hit the left upright, and still went in. But, you know, it's pretty exciting. It's the longest field goal this year in the conference. And, you know, J.J.'s a player that his coaching staff feels that he could go Division I.
Great kicker, great kid. I hear nothing but positive things about him. And he had to. You're right. He had to make that long field goal. And it's a little windy, but it's kind of a swirling wind, so that's even tougher.
Absolutely.
So he had to kind of hit a bullet to get that thing through the uprights.
He certainly did. And then what about J.D. there scoring that DJ Spear for the Salt River team. Just a tremendous individual run and spinning out of danger. And they looked so efficient in that first half. But, again, we go back to the great defense by Maricopa in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think the offensive line for the Salt River Scorpions was the difference last year. Last game. This one, they've changed some people. They still look big. They're still moving some people, but they're just not as dominant as the last week was. They looked like they were doing that in the first quarter, but I think they might have got a little tired. I don't know.
Well, it could be. One of the things that we saw in that first half, and I think might have been the game changer so far, was the block punt that led to Glendale's first score.
Yeah, and I've always said Joe Kirstein, a guy I coached with for a long time, said the biggest momentum changer is special teams. So you got to practice that every day, and you got to count on it every day, and you got to defend it every day.
Yes.
So I think we saw that tonight.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize that, special teams makes up about 18 to 20% of the play. So it's an overlooked part of the game, no question about it. So second half, let's talk Salt River here for a moment. This is a team that jumped out to a 13-0 lead, looked very efficient in that first half, and you get the feeling as we take a look at the first half highlights that this is a team that can put up a lot. They can still put up a lot of points here, and the Mustangs are going to be forced to play 2 really good quarters of defense.
And I'll be honest with you, both quarterbacks are outstanding. I think the Salt River Scorpions quarterback throws a great slant. Lazenby out of Maricopa runs the ball well, throws some nice slants. He's a really good field manager. So I think we're seeing top-notch quarterback play out of both these guys.
And you think in the second half there might be some adjustments. We might see Maricopa. There's that tremendous run.
Yep. By number 9, making about 4 or 5 people miss the Maytag run.
DJ Spar, and the first touchdown was scored by Grover on a pass play by Edwards.
Nice middle return right here. Back down to the 30.
And Edwards has been able to use his legs, but this was where the Maricopa defense started to rise to the occasion. They had a great second quarter.
Maricopa's defense has been relentless. Doesn't matter what the situation is. Even after a bad play, they step up and run some great angles. If one guy misses, another one's guys come. Like perfect example right there.
I think you're going to see both these offenses mixing it up a little bit in this second half. Maybe we'll see a little more tight end play from the Maricopa side. But Lazenby, I'd like to see him maybe, if you can allow me to play coach a little bit, I'd like to see him use his legs a little bit more. Of course, you don't want him to get hurt, but he's a big guy.
Yeah, that's the only thing I worry about is he's you don't want him getting hurt. But, yeah, he is a big guy, and they like that that unbalanced formation that they've kind of made that the meat and potatoes of their offense tonight, and then jumped out of it into a regular offense and have gained some big points out of that, big yards out of that.
So it was
another miss.
And this is Marcus Moore going to work. And I'm going to say this. I think you're going to see a little bit more of number 17 here, though he has been drawing a little bit of double team coverage.
Yeah, he's right there. He gets the ball in his hands, and he's able to get another 10, 12 yards just by yards after the catch, some yak yards.
Yeah, those are some big-time plays. But for the most part, after they scored, Salt River scored that second touchdown in the first half. They did have this big run, but then they turned the ball over. They had 2 big turnovers, and that will always thwart your offense, especially 2 in one half.
Salt River's doing a nice job of mixing it up, too. They run the ball, and then they throw those just quick hooks and get the ball out in the perimeter, let their receivers catch the ball and make some defenders miss, and then they'll turn right around and give it to number 0 and number 8 straight ahead and get some first downs that way. So, you can't just key on one thing. Number 99 is an animal.
And that was a key.
Yep. He's relentless coming off that edge, and if he's not getting a sack, he's forcing that quarterback to throw it or changing the thing of the play on where it's supposed to be just by his route. And then a great tomahawk chop by number 16 on that play.
Okay, well, at this time, let's send it down to the field. Aberdeen has a special guest for us. Here at halftime, it's 13-10 Salt River.
We're here tonight with parents of Maricopa Mustangs players to ask them a few questions about the league. So can you tell us, how has it been watching your son play at this next level here?
We are loving it. We are from Utah, and our son had the opportunity to come down here, and we are really, really enjoying the moment and seeing him do what he loves best. It's been really fun.
That's great. And can you tell us a little bit, how has the transition been to going to college online while still getting to play football in a very unique conference like this?
I think, we can go back to COVID and we can say, oh, you know what, that prepared him, and it really did. He did two years pretty much of online schooling, and he's doing well at it. Really
That's
well.
great. That's great. And what are some, do you think, next steps after playing in a league like this?
Oh, we hope he has the opportunity to go on and do bigger things. Not that this hasn't been great for him, but it really has given him the confidence and just to know that he can maybe have the opportunity to go bigger if he, from his hard work that he's put in the past.
That's great. It seems like he's got a great support system here.
Right. Yes, and I think this school has been a great stepping stone for him. He was not given the opportunities in high school that really didn't get to show what his true value is on the field. So I think any parent that thinks, oh, a junior college, or thinks if they're not going to get into a bigger college that this might not be a good thing, but this is an amazing stepping stone for any kid to possibly have the potential to go to bigger and better things. And so it's just been a great experience all around.
Definitely. It's a very unique conference and great opportunity for these young gentlemen here. Yes. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight. We're looking forward to the rest of the game. Back to you guys.
You with some of our fans here. Thanks to Aberdeen and a great job here at halftime. So we are heading to the third quarter, and when we come back, it's 13-10 visiting Salt River Scorpions over the host team, Doug Madowski's Maricopa Mustangs. 13-10. We'll send it to halftime.
Welcome everyone to Grand Canyon University, located here in the sun-soaked city of Phoenix, Arizona, one of the largest and fastest growing universities in this country, while leading a movement of service and leadership with purpose.
I line up 10 kids today and say, why'd you choose Grand Canyon? 9 out of 10 will say it's the strength of the community.
I wanted to attend an affordable Christian university and a place I could truly thrive.
GCU, they opened the door for me when nobody else would.
GCU truly cares about students and alumni and wants to see us change the world.
Grand Canyon University is a champion of inclusion, community, and equal opportunity for all.
This is the College Tour.
Streaming now on Amazon Prime.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking? Love in the window. Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
This is the letter I've been telling you about. This letter is for you. From what I hear, you're supposed to be the next Tom Brady. What I'm about to say is important. Never let them call you the next Tom Brady. When they compare you to the GOATs, tune it out. When they say you're a 6th round draft pick, store it away. Compare yourself to nobody but the kid in the mirror. The one who goes all in, all out, and has the crazy confidence to know that who you are today is just a piece of who you're going to become. This letter's for that you, the one no one will see coming. Sincerely, Tom.
Live out your dreams, man.
y'all, Marty Smith here with my great friends from Pit Boss, and we're doing one of my favorite things right now. We're tailgating with my Walmart tabletop wood pellet grill and the Sierra 3-burner gas griddle. The tabletop grill has 2 large cooking areas to handle all my tailgating needs. A digital control with LED readout, slide plate for direct and indirect grilling, and the airflow that lets me do convection cooking. And now, for the tailgater's dream, the Sierra griddle. I love how easy it is to use this griddle. It's got lift-off technology, so I can take it anywhere. And the Armor non-stick ceramic surface makes it so easy to clean. Not to mention, it has a place for my paper towels and a bottle opener. Pick up your tabletop grill and Sierra griddle at your local Walmart so you too can have the biggest, hottest, heaviest tailgating experience around.
Third quarter action coming up here from the Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference. It's our game of the week on the Dynamic. Along with Kelly Epley, I'm Jeff Lowry. It's halftime, and we're getting set for the third quarter. 13-10, Salt River on top of the Mustangs, and a very key game for them if they have any chance of competing for the conference championship.
Be interested to see how both teams come out and what their adjustments are, because the tide definitely turned from the first quarter to the second quarter to the very end of the first half. So I'd be interested to see how the Scorpions adjust their offense compared to the Maricopa Mustang defense, because I think, to be honest with you, that's the tale of the two teams right now, who versus who, and the ones that are stepping up.
One of the things that we really hadn't talked too much about, except for that 52-yard field goal Dickerson hit at the end, is, the wind conditions. And, we've seen a couple of shots downfield by the quarterbacks, but, sometimes it's tough to throw in these conditions. You got a gust of, about 15 miles per hour at times, and it's been kind of a steady wind for the most night.
You got number 34 deep for the Scorpions. And number 0 kind of up on the 20-yard line.
Marquise Owens and J.J. Dickerson, I think's put everyone in the back of the end zone. This one is going to be short, and it lands near the 11. Owens picks it up and is going to be, thought maybe he was going to be tackled, and then the Maricopa Mustang special teams, led by their tight end, Steiner.
Looks like you have 10. Yeah, Steiner Christensen did a great job with his angles, making the tackle out there, but to be honest with you, I think he had like 9 assists with the rest of the kickoff team. The kicker was picking up the tee, and there was one other guy at about the 40-yard line, but it looks like all 10 got in on that tackle by the time the ball carrier finally went down. That's good team football. You got your 3D linemen have been playing all night long, 93-55. And I can't see the number. 98. Or 9. Nope, not 9. But Josh Walker and Dylan Brown on this side. You got 3 linebackers. Quarter coverage.
That's DJ Spar back there, 1st and 10. And there's the first play is a long ball, and there's a flag down off the hands, incomplete, of Colton Grover, who scored one of their 2 receiving touchdowns in that first quarter.
That's going to be a pass interference called by the defender, but I didn't see it. Do you see something here?
I didn't see it initially. He did kind of grab at him at the tail end of the play. Maybe we can get a better look this way.
Right there, before, yeah.
Might be a little ticky-tack.
With the paw in the air, I think he grabbed his shoulder pad a little bit before the other hand came up and did a little bit of ticky-tack.
So that'll bring up a 1st down and 10, and they'll move it from the 11 and all the way up a 15-yard penalty to about the 26-yard line. Well, even on that kick return, there was technically no return on that play. Getting back to that great special teams play to start the second half here.
Right.
13-10, Salt River leads it, and they have the possession, and their fires it complete. 1st down yardage for Marcus Moore, and then a few yards after the play up to the 44-yard line and a gain of maybe a little more than 15 on the play.
This is just a 90 press. They lined up in trips and then motioned it back out to get 2 wide receivers on the left side also, so you had 2 double twins, and then you ran 1 routes, some deep hitches, not deep hitches, but some quick hitches with your outside receivers and press routes with your inside wide receivers. Clear that out, give you a big hole to throw the ball in.
Well, we're coming up on the 14-minute mark here. Second half action, 14-10 to be exact. 1st down and 10, ball resting at the 43. They fake the inside handoff, swing it out to the far side, and they're going to get some positive yards there, and close to 7 yards. Gus Owens' first catch of the day.
Gus Owens just ran into a motion out to that twin side, turned around, caught the football, and the 2 wide receivers in front of him just blocked, so just a quick freeze screen.
Isaiah Cortez, the snapper, the center, done a nice job here tonight. 2nd down and 3, and they go back to DJ, and DJ is going to be tripped up on a outstanding, is that a solo tackle by Creer?
A little fly sweep to number 8, DJ, to make it 3rd and 1. Creer did a nice job of saving the 1st down.
Well, we're down to 13 minutes and 14 seconds. Oh, I see the clock is on our graphics now.
Yep, there it is.
3rd and 1. Boy, I'll tell you, you got Maricopa, who has a little bit of momentum. Oh, you kind of lose that going into the locker room. They make a stand here. That would be big time, but they do not. Instead, breaking loose for a touchdown run by Richard Hayward, who we didn't see much there. And maybe excessive celebration at the end of the play. It goes 47 yards for the touchdown run. That's going to be, I'm sorry, that's Edwards on the run.
Quarterback did a great job making a few people miss, holding on to the football, keeping it, running into the end zone. They made a statement right here from the get-go with their first possession.
So a 47-yard run by the quarterback, Tre'Air Edwards, out of Prattsville, Alabama.
He's got a little speed to him, doesn't he?
Well, I think that was the first thing that I said when I saw him out here, going through the plays in pregame, and that he's got a great first step. And now Loschenkall will go for the extra point. It is now 19-10 in favor of Salt River, and that one's going to be blocked. And I think that was the big guy, 55, and the return, and they won't get the 2-point conversion. But a nice job there on special teams, Josh Walker. I think he was the one that got his paw up there, and that'll keep it at 19-10, and that's the second time they've had essentially a blown extra point conversion.
We didn't see it on the replay, but I believe you're right. I think 55 got a great push inside that A gap and got a big old paw up there and got a piece of the ball.
Maybe we can try to catch that one again. 12:47 left to go. Yeah, we didn't quite get it on that one. As you take a look at our lead official here tonight.
Well, a little momentum deflator for Mustangs. Scorpions need to come out here and step up on their first possession. That's exactly what they did. I think you got to give your hat off to Larry Davis. He got his players ready to come out second half and change the momentum.
Boy, that certainly did. That changes everything. And then Glendale, a little unsportsmanlike conduct at the tail end of that. And this will be an easy touchback for Lawson Call. Easy for me to say.
Yeah, I was going to say.
With 12:47 left to play here. And now Maricopa will be asked to counter and see if they can get some points on the board and get this back inside a one-possession game.
Right. Ziegler talking to his group, going to call play.
Temperature has dropped. We were high 80s today. It was actually pretty warm. I had a baseball game this morning, and by the time that was over, it was upper 80s, and it's dropped to 74, and people are starting to put on hoodies and jackets.
Right. You should get there. You've got the Scorpions back in there. They're defending that unbalanced with a six-man front, a double eagle look.
Lazenby, and they're going to go with a reverse. Thought maybe they're going to throw the ball, and in trouble is the receiver, and down he goes on a big-time play. That was Eubanks who dropped him in the backfield. It looked like that was Isaac Matthews out of Kellis High School, the freshman.
Hand off the ball, little toss, a little reverse. Quarterback coming out there to block somebody. Didn't know who to block, got a piece of 7. Does look like he's getting ready to throw the football there, and you did have a wide receiver. It might have been a double reverse pass play. You just didn't have enough time to run it.
Yeah, and Dion Gary held his ground at that time, and then eventually Eubanks for the tackle.
So you got the unbalanced front look again.
Lazenby, quick screen to Griggs. Griggs doesn't get much, and an open tackle there. Again, Devin Eubanks. And, we did talk to Larry Davis a couple of days ago, and he was very high on both the Eubanks players. You can see why on that play.
Yeah, you sure can. The Mustangs went to their bread and butter, which was that little bubble screen to the unbalanced trip side. But it looks like looks like double coverage back here with a deep corner and a up-in-your-face corner. Bracket coverage.
In trouble, and down he goes again, and the ball came loose. And that's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Salt River's possession, recovered by Alexander Cordova.
You have 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. Number 66, is that who you said got it?
That's Cordova.
56,
yep, Alex Cordova. So that's the first turnover of the game, I believe, for Maricopa. And one of the things I wanted to mention at halftime, but
number 7 causes the fumble. Dylan McKay does a great job chopping at it. And now you got, the Scorpions could blow this thing up within the first 5 minutes of the second half.
So with 11 minutes and 4 seconds, Maricopa comes back with the shortest field that either team has had here tonight. They'll start from the Maricopa 11-yard line, 1st down and 10. Their last possession, 6 plays, 89 yards, and it ate up just a little more than 2 minutes of play. It was very successful, capped off by this young man's long run. And now Edwards throws into the corner of the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. His intended target was Colton Grover, who had a touchdown in the first half.
He had a 1-1 coverage with the corner, Jordan Creer, out there. Jordan had pretty good coverage on it.
So they stopped the clock at 10 minutes and 58 seconds. Seems like the wind, at least for the time being, has calmed down a little bit. 19-10, Salt River on top. They've never been headed in this game. Maricopa's trailed the entire way. And now featuring DJ Spar, who's been lining up for most of this second half. And out of shotgun, Edwards. Let's see if he takes off with it. No, he's going to throw, and he's got an open man in the back of the end zone, and Marcus Moore incomplete.
Got hurried by the defender.
I thought he was going to take off on that.
Yeah, he had the corner. I thought he was going to because he did have the corner. They're not keeping contained on the QB. But like you said, that wide receiver was wide in that corner. He was all by himself. You'll see it right here in the replay. Boom, boom, boom. He's got the corner right there. I thought he might run, but he saw that one guy spying him. But see him wide open in the corner, and he just got a little bit, got a little adrenaline behind the ball.
So he left it high, leaves a 3rd down and 10. Trying to go up by maybe 3 possessions. Edwards calls his own number, puts a fake on, and jutes his way into the end zone for the touchdown. A 12-yard run with 10:43 left to go, and he has scored both touchdowns here in the second half for Salt River with his legs.
DJ Spark establishes the corner out there. You don't see him, but you'll see him right there. See how he's got the corner taken care of. And the quarterback knows he can either throw it or, nope, I'm going to decide I'm going to run it. And that was an easy 6 points for the QB. The corner was there.
Now let's see if the
for 2.
Scorpions can execute an extra point here. They lead 25-10. 10 minutes and 43 seconds left to play here.
2-back set.
And
little
handoff,
ISO.
left side. DJ is in for the touchdown or the 2-point conversion, and it's 27-10.
First time we saw that 2-back set, and that's basically today's I formation with the shotgun, and they just ran ISO on the left side. You got plenty of meat up front with that Scorpion offensive line.
Well, it's been a disappointing 4 minutes and 17 seconds to start the second half after Maricopa truly outplayed Salt River in that second quarter and got to within 13-10, but well, they have 1 turnover. The Scorpions have 1 score off the turnover and made them pay. And they have put back-to-back scoring drives to start the third quarter of play here on our Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference Game of the Week. It almost looks, and I don't know if our cameras can pick this up, but there is a lot of dust in the air. You look at the lights on the far side, and you wonder if we've got a little bit of an issue with that as Loschenkall puts this one to about the 1 yard line. This is a 15, 20,
middle
25,
return.
And up to the 30-yard line.
That thing's about ready to pop. He's got about 1 guy to miss once you get past that coverage line.
Javon Thompson.
And as you see right here.
No, Hasagaba.
From Tuba City. No, Mojave. He's from Mojave, right?
Mojave, yep. On the banks of the Colorado River.
Okay, so here comes the Maricopa Mustangs. Tonight's flavor of the month is that unbalanced formation over here to the right, with the back to the same side.
That was a 31-yard return for Hasakabi. First down and 10 now for the Maricopa. Lazenby throws low. Griggs catches it at his own 27 and dances up to about the 39-yard line. No, they're going to say now
40.
Mark him out of the 40. And
you got the first down. Oh, 41. They give it to him all the way to the 41.
So a pickup of 11 yards and a fresh set of downs here. Now Maricopa could get a score here. I think they're right back in the ball game. But right now, a lot of momentum on the Salt River Scorpion side.
Salt River running their cover 1, man coverage underneath.
Big blitz. Oh, and he gets it off and complete to Jay Anderson, and he's inside the 45. Penalty marker is down. This might be a roughing the passer.
Was it down there? I don't see the flag. Is it over near the QB?
It's over by the 30-yard line.
I see it now, yep. Usually it's either that or holding usually up back there. That's going to be roughing the passer. You're right. That's going to add another 15 to it. That's the break they needed. Seven's doing a nice job holding on to the football. You got 3 Scorpions trying to tackle him. 2 of them are just stripping for the ball. He's doing a nice job of putting that thing away and holding on to it, put it in his pocket.
So it was about a 20-yard reception, and then add 15 more. They're all the way down to the 25-yard line. And now a fresh set of downs for Maricopa. This is a huge possession in the game. 9:45 on the clock. Lazenby back to pass, steps up and fires in a crossing pattern to Anderson. He's still on his feet inside the 10, and a very impressive catch and yards after the run. And that's another first down for Maricopa.
Nice dig route by number 7 from trips over to this short side of the field to go all the way across the line from the field. But I'll tell you what, Lazenby's got to make a couple of people miss in order to give that number 7 enough time to run that dig route all the way to the other side of the field.
Boy, that was a good stiff arm by Jay Anderson to Amir Dang. So it's a pickup of 21 yards for Maricopa. Lazenby to Jay Anderson.
First and goal.
From the 4-yard line, goal to go. Lazenby steps up, in trouble, and down he goes. And, boy, he hit the back of his head pretty hard. That was a rough tackle. Xavier Hill, the strong safety, came in, and he got shaken up also on the play.
Yeah, he did.
But look at Lazenby on the replay. Watch the back of his head. And this is the last thing you want to see from your sideline over there. And he goes down, boom, hard.
And then 7 got hurt too, but I think his hand got hurt. The strong safety who's coming off the field, he blitzed once on that unbalanced, and as soon as they motion Griggs out of that, 7 comes in, and I think he's got a free rein to blitz, and he did, and there was nobody to come pick him up. That's why he got to the QB right off the bat.
6 plays, they have went nearly 70 yards. Before that last play. This is the 7th play of the drive. They've moved the ball back to about the 12. They were at the 4, so an 8-yard loss. So this drive is
second and goal
from about 60 yards. Second and goal from right around looks like the 11. Let's see. Back to pass. Lazenby. He is in trouble again, throws, and lucky that ball wasn't intercepted.
He's got pressure coming right now from both edges. 99's been relentless pressuring him. 34 looks like he got held a little bit, huh?
Everetti could have easily picked that one off. I wonder if there was an offensive hold there. And there is a kind of a cloud of dust kind of lingering over Ridge Stadium here. So 3rd and goal.
Got a spread formation and only 3 people rushing.
And that one was nearly picked off.
So you got 4th and 10. Field goal teams coming out. That'll make it 27-13 if they can make it. They make it a 2-point or 2-score ball game.
That was Blake Taylor who broke up that play, number 9. I didn't see Blake. He did not start the game. All right.
I got JJ getting ready to kick it through.
He had a 52-yarder earlier, and look at that booming kick, and it is good with 8:37 left to play here.
That would have made it from 20 yards back.
28-yard field goal. The second of the night for JJ, and Maricopa, with 8:37 left to go here in the third period, has cut it to a 27-13 ball game.
Well, that brings them back within 2 scores.
Mm-hmm.
If the Mustangs can come up and make a stop, make the Scorpions punt, then we've got a little momentum changer. Salt River did a great job moving the football the very first series of the second half. Let's see if they can keep it up this half.
8:37 left to go, third quarter action. You're watching the Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference Game of the Week on the Dynamic Solutions. With Kelly Epley, I'm Jeff Lowry. We had Aberdeen joining us for our halftime interview. We'd like to thank her. I think she's left for the day. And now JJ will boot this one, a high end-over-end kick, fielded back near the 6-yard line. And here is Daniel taking matters into his own hands, and then he's going to get pushed backwards. Good coverage there. Lamar Everett.
Tackle by 31. 17, 34, few guys.
Javon Thompson, I don't think Javon was in on that one, but 34 is Tariq Nang.
31's Curtis Rondell. I thought I saw 17 out there, but yeah, you're right, he's a running back. There's big 5'5".
Josh Walker's gotten his hand on, I think, a couple of blocked kicks here tonight.
Yep. Product of IMG Academy in Florida.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're a product of IMG category, you must have something special. That's big time.
Yeah.
That's a big-time high school in Bradenton, Florida. Edwards on 1st and 10. And what a job after the catch, and a big-time defensive play by Jordan Creer.
Jordan Creer's fired up. He got hold of him and then drove him back about 10 yards. Sophomore from Yonker High School in Buckeye, Arizona.
So I'll bring up a 2nd down. Well, the forward progress close to 5 yards. A short 6 here. Inside 8 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. Second play of the drive. Edwards looking left and then gets the rushes on. He eludes one. Here he goes. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. I think he got it, Coach.
Yeah, I think he did. The deal with him, with that quarterback, Amir, is you're going to have to tackle him. If you don't tackle him, Trayer Edwards, if you don't tackle him and he decides to run it, he's going to get some yards on it. Right there. 2 guys couldn't make the tackle.
Well, he was a yard shy of the line to gain, so that would have been the 42. They marked him out at the 41. He reminds me a little bit of and maybe his stature a little bit too, of a pretty decent quarterback that plays down at the big stadium just down the 101.
Kyler Murray, yeah, he does run a little bit like him.
We saw him unleash a long pass that got a pretty decent arm too. And they go to the run, and, well, I'll tell you, the Mustangs read that perfectly. They were all over it. And there's Dylan Brown once again getting in there, along with Tariq Nang and a couple of others.
There's your 2-back set. What they ran out of this 2-back set before was ISO.
ISO left.
And they decided to run a toss fake with the tailback. Wasn't a very good fake, to be honest with you. And 47 moved in and just took the straight-ahead dive.
Yeah, if he didn't have him, Andrew Palacio, who had a big game against Gila River, the game that you and I did about a month ago. So it's 3rd down, or it's 3rd quarter, 6:20 on the clock, and it's 4th down coming up.
Palacio's been a meat and potatoes guy for this defense.
Loschenkall, he was under heavy duress and still got off a very good punt.
Great job by the rusher. I'm looking at his number right now. I think it's 31. Almost got a piece of the ball, but knew enough that since he didn't touch the punter and ran right by him. Pretty close to getting the football, but in high school you see those guys, if they miss it that close, they end up running into the punter and end up getting the 1st down.
And did you see Loschenkall in that situation? He had a short-legged kick because he was under heavy rush. He still got you a 34-yard kick with no return, and I don't know any special teams coach that'd be disappointed with that.
No, he did a good job of getting the ball off, too, on a low snap. That snap was low. That's where it all started at. Okay, you got a 3-man front. You don't got the 6-man front they've had. But you are rushing 6. They rush 2 outside linebacker and an inside linebacker on that weak side.
And Griggs makes the catch on the far side, but not before he picks up 11 and a first down. Chavez on the tackle for the Scorpions.
The Maricopa Mustangs out of that unbalanced set, trip side on the short side of the field, and then you leave that wide side of the field with nobody out there. They've been motioning Griggs out there, and they've done 2 plays out of it. They've run that little bubble screen over here to the trip side, and then they've run the just one-on-one to Griggs out there on the one receiver side.
Well, I've liked what Griggs brings to this offense, no question about it. He had 3 touchdowns in the first 2 games, and now a missed tackle, and the very speedy Javon Scott breaks inside, plus territory inside the 30, flags all over the place.
Yeah, I think you're going to end up, unfortunately, getting a penalty on number 87, holding Andre Puente.
I don't know if that was a second flag that just came in or he just kicked it over to the other one, but we'll let the officials sort it all out. I would assume, as you said, there's going to be a holding out there in the flats. But I think there might be more than that with the amount of flags that came flying in.
I think somebody might have said something after the penalty. Right there. Might be on Griggs. It is a holding penalty.
It's 10 yards backwards from the spot of the infraction, so they will now have it first down. Let's call it 1st and 17 from the 43-yard line back inside negative territory. And we do have a new quarterback in there, and that is Gurley, Jordan Gurley. And he steps up. He rifles one complete to the near side. That's caught by Jay Anderson, and he is going to be close and does get the first down as he picks up 19 yards on that play, and a good throw by Gurley.
Great throw by Gurley, great catch, and great making that defender miss right there. Miss me. Put the hand down on the ground, get the first down, drag him along a little bit, come on for a ride.
Well, I had a chance to say hi to his parents at halftime. Big AYF volunteers. They used to spend countless hours helping American youth football here in the greater Phoenix area. 4:39 on the clock. First down and 10 from the 38. And that ball's intercepted.
Nope.
He trapped it. But nonetheless, a nice valid effort by Caleb Harvey.
It looked like he intercepted. Looked like he got it, but the Johnny on the spot referee right there saw that he trapped it. Here's the replay. I like the call. Didn't get it.
He just couldn't get
Looked
that
like he
hand
almost
under
did, though,
it.
didn't
it? From that angle.
Yeah. Referee did a nice job making the right call on that.
Yeah, it did hit the ground. And he had the perfect spot at it. So then we come back to a wide shot. It will bring up a second down and 10, and the quarterback loses it. He still doesn't have control of it as they battle, and in there on the play, the guy that's had a nice night defensively, 98, Dion Gary. Well, he looks a little taller than what they're saying on the – or is that my 99?
No, it looks like 98 on this side.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a 98 on the roster.
Yeah, I have Dion Gary, but they got him listed at 5'10", 250.
That's not him.
And that's not him.
No.
3:51 on the clock.
Look at that. Cover one all across the board. You got a little twist stunt up front with number 99 again.
There's Kenneth
I'm telling
Johnson.
you, if he's got 1 sack, he's got 4 tonight.
That is it may not be a full sack, but
let's look at it. He comes around. He does a little twist stunt inside. Here he comes around the corner, right there.
He has been a menace here tonight.
That's a full sack. Or did he get back to line of scrimmage? No.
So it's 4th and 15 now. 3:12 on the clock. And this is a smart move by Doug Madosky. Tommy Ziegler, you're still in a 2-possession game.
Yep. Punt it away, play some defense.
And your defense is coming off a nice stand last time.
Oop, bullet. You don't want that type of punt.
And this is Avaretti. And he'll get a decent, about your average 9 or 10 yards on a punt return. So 2:47 is on the clock as the Maricopa Mustangs will return to the defense. Salt River and Edwards back. Edwards 4 touchdowns here tonight, the quarterback. 2 on the ground, 2 through the air.
That punt was a little bit of a line drive. You get it over to that returner pretty quick, but I'll tell you what, my hat's off to the Mustangs. They covered it quickly, and they only let him get back to the 15-yard line, so you've kept him inside the red zone there.
Yeah, you're getting a look at the guys in the trenches. And, of course, Josh Walker, 55's had a nice game. Dylan Brown, 93, 36. Joseph Pinella, though he's listed as a linebacker, but he's been in that three-point stance all night long.
One thing I've seen right now with the number of injuries, they're moving some of those linebackers in at defensive ends and making them rush from a two-point stance.
Yeah, he's more, yeah. To the air. Edwards, and right on cue, and Joseph gets in there with the quarterback sack and a loss of close to 5 yards on the play with 2:37 to go here in the third.
He heard us talking about him. He figured he had to step up and make a play. There it is. Comes right off that edge. Nice little alligator roll. Once it gets to him, right there, roll it.
Outstanding defensive play brings up 2nd and 15. As we approach the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 3. And to the air, wide open, complete to Marcus Moore, maybe his favorite receiver, and that's going to be good for about probably about 18 and a first down across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, an inside linebacker stunt by number 31, and he was just inches away from getting to that sack. They're playing a little soft coverage, giving up the pass underneath.
Tari Nang on the play for the Doug Madowski defense. That brings up a first down and 10. The ball resting at the 31-yard line inside their own territories. Salt River has led this entire way. They lead at 27-13. A buck and a half left to go here. Quarter number 3. Edwards takes the snap. He fires quickly to Moore on the far side, and now dragging the defender across the 40 and down to the 35, and he's still on his feet.
Oh, my Lord.
They did not blow the whistle. And what an impressive play all the way down.
He's wrapped up, and he breaks out of it, just says, I ain't going down. Right there, kid makes the catch. You got number 3 on him, trying to strip it, as well as try to tackle him, get him out of bounds. And he's just not having it. He's like, nope, not yet. I'm out.
That's what those coaches at the next level look for. And he picks up a little short of 40 yards on that play, about 37, and a first down.
Marcus Moore from Chandler High School. He's having a heck of a night.
And a pass play complete to the near side, and a broken tackle, and he is going to waltz in for a 34-yard play. And that is DJ Spar for the second time tonight.
I think the defenders thought he was tackled right here, where he gets wrapped up and he spins out of it. Not really out of it, but kind of hits the ground right there, catches the ball. They wrap him up. They think they've got him, and nope, his knee never hits. They thought he got tackled, and he didn't. That was pretty heads-up play by number 9, getting him in the end zone.
And that comes with 38 seconds left to go here, and that's a dagger in the heart.
Yeah, it is. You got a quiet sideline over here on this side of the field.
So Edwards working out a shotgun and a 2-point conversion spread offense with one back, and they lob it over to the far side. That's a pretty nice catch right there. Is that Tyshawn Mooney?
Number 6.
Again, folks,
right?
we're working actually with 2 rosters and trying to make a sense of of this. That's
Tyshawn Mooney is what I have. Yep, Tyshawn Mooney.
So that
on a wheel route.
So that extends the lead 35 to 13, a 22-point lead and a 3-possession lead here for the visiting Salt River Scorpions.
So I think you'd have to say this is the tale of 3 quarters. First quarter belonged to the Scorpions, Salt River Scorpions. Second quarter belonged to the Mustangs. And unfortunately for the Mustangs, the third quarter has really big time belonged to the Salt River Scorpions because they played pretty mistake-free football and great second effort football. Be a real important possession for the Mustangs. They're missing some personnel out there. I think they're missing 2. They're going to need one other one. There we go. Now they got enough.
All right, who's back? Up the speed demon, Javon Scott, number 2.
Little squib kick.
Hasagaba was the other one, but it's one of the up men, and he'll get a short 4-yard return. And a nice job by Eubanks, Keon Eubanks. You gotta love those good special teams. They went with the squib kick with 33 seconds left to go here. Maricopa needs kind of a quick score here if they want to get back into this ball game. Still, you got the entire fourth quarter. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's why they play 4 quarters. I mean, we saw the turnaround in this quarter. Don't put it past Ziegler and the Mustangs for this one either, to take care of this fourth quarter if they can.
So a 6-yard return by Xavier Smith for the Mustangs moves them up to the 45-yard line. First down and 10.
Looks like cover 1.
And Lazenby throws low. Well, they get good starting field position, but that's a pass that needs to be complete, as the intended receiver was Jay Anderson.
Yeah, double twins, a balanced set out of gun. And defensively, what you've got is you've got a cover 1 look with the Salt River Scorpions. One deep safety. Everybody else playing man underneath, man coverage. And a little blitz engage with your outside linebackers. If you got a back running out, you stop the blitz and you go cover them.
Well, Griggs goes in motion to the far side. Lazenby again out of shotgun, has time and rifles it to Griggs. Complete, and a flag is down in the backfield, so not only do they pick up over 15 yards there, a 16-yard pass play to Griggs, you're going to add some more yardage with the roughing of the passer.
Yeah, I believe it's on number 99 after the play's been thrown. Boom, right there. Pretty close, though. So that's going to be a
31-yard play.
Huge change in field position.
What was I saying? Somebody needs a quick score to get back in this game,
yeah.
And now you got to execute it. I wouldn't be too surprised if Tommy Sigler doesn't tell Lazenby to take a shot at the end zone right here.
Yeah, right now is a good time to do it because the defense is not happy about either the flag or the penalty, so they're playing a little down.
Now you got Javon Scott in motion and one-on-one coverage. And there was a lot of contact, and the late flag comes in, and that'll be defensive pass interference.
And it didn't need to be because the ball was way overthrown. Mm-hmm. And I believe that's what Larry Davis would be saying over there, that the ball's not even catchable.
But that's not even a part of the equation. Isn't that an NFL rule?
No, it's a high school rule, but you still yell it. You still say that to the referee. Anything to make your point.
Well, I was told many years ago by a high school official, that even an uncatchable ball, I thought that was just an NFL rule.
Well, I don't think so. I could be wrong. It's been a few years since I coached high school ball, but it wasn't. It was in the past. They tend to say anything they want to you from time to time. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Fourth play of the drive, and Griggs, who was a running back in high school, gets down to the 5, picks up about 4 on the play. Are we goal? Yeah, we are goal to go here. And they're going to move it up to about the 6-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 6. Griggs with a short yardage play, and that takes us to quarter number 4. You're watching Hohokam Junior College Athletic Conference Game of the Week. The fourth quarter is coming up, and it's all Salt River. They lead it 35-13.
The long wait is over, Pit Boss Nation. I am Patrick Peterson, and I am Pit Boss. What me and these girls have in common, we both have you covered. Pit Boss is locking it down by bigger, hotter, and heavier grilling. You do want this smoke. Pit Boss is the fastest growing brand in the grilling market. And trust me, I know a thing or two about speed. With 8-in-1 cooking versatility, you can always run the right play on our gridiron. Send the blitz with a hot and fast grill job, or drop in the coverage, or go low and slow. With the best value on the market, Pit Boss sacks the competition. From the Pit Boss family to yours, let's take it to the house.
The world is changing. How business...
All right, we come back. Fourth quarter action. They are kind of cutting off that timeout pretty quickly, and now it is 2nd and goal. And Lazenby is in there and takes it over the right side, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. A field goal really doesn't help you a whole lot right now. I think you've got to get into the end zone. It's 3rd and goal from right around the 7-yard line.
Yeah, this is 4th down territory. You're definitely not going to worry about getting a field goal. You're going to try to put that thing in the end zone. It's do or die. You got to start scoring some points.
Well, he's got 4 receivers set here.
Trips to the wide side.
And no tight end. And Lazenby looking at his hot read, and now throws it back. Oh, he had a man in the back of the end zone. I believe that was Griggs.
Yep.
And it's incomplete, bringing up 4th down. You got points that you can get, but they're only 3.
You need 7.
And you need 7.
You really need 22, but you need 7 to start it.
Well, until they come up with a 22-point play, I'm just wondering if he would even consider kicking a field goal here.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. So it is now 4th down. Lazenby to the air and going. He had it on the tip of his hand to the 6'4 receiver. Incomplete entree. Puente. And that's the guy, assuming, with the height and the length and everything, that was probably the best option.
Jump ball. I mean, he had the height to get to it, just pass wasn't right there where it needed to be for him to come down with it.
I almost would have liked to have seen a little more air on that, just to, give him that, because he had a height advantage, no doubt, over there in the corner.
You mean loop it a little bit? Is that what you mean by air? Yeah, I agree with that. That was kind of on a rope. You're right. Well, that brings the Scorpions out, and if I were them, I'd be running and running and running and running.
Well, we'll see what kind of run game they have here. Well, they got a big kid back there in Garrett Houston, and he's going to get the call. Little ISO to the left, and, well, some spectacular defense right there.
Defense still playing. Defense playing hard. They're not giving up.
Well, the edge was contained there. I don't have a 57.
1 yard loss. Yeah, I've been looking his number up all night. We don't have one.
That's too bad. That was an outstanding play. And, if you can even prevent Salt River from flipping the field here. You're still in good shape with 13:41 if you can get a 3-and-out here for Maricopa, but you still down 22 points, and the clock is not your friend. Throw it over the middle, and that ball's going to be caught for a first down up to the 21-yard line. Gus Owens making the catch.
You had Twins down here, and they just ran a slant route to the inside receiver. Quick catch, quick slant.
One of the personnel for Salt River that hasn't been utilized a whole lot. But, give some credit to Edwards. It was that quick release that was the key there. Boy, two of the Glendale players, including, I think, Palacios, collided on that play. Came up shaken up a little bit, but they're out there still. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Inside of 13 minutes left to go. Here's a quick pass and complete.
Got ace double Twins. They're just running slants, getting the ball out to their inside receivers, making the defensive backs make the tackle. Or outside linebackers. I'm sorry on that one.
That's all right. Mooney on the play. He's had 3 touches here in this game. Didn't see much of him in the first half. 12 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in regulation time. A 35-13 lead for the visiting Scorpions. Now facing, that was a 6-yard play, and Edwards, he's already run for 2, and he breaks it loose across midfield. He's inside the 40, and he'll waltz out of bounds near the 35.
Same formation. You motioned one of the Twins' inside receiver to trips to this wide side of the field, and it's a quarterback keeper all the way with that running back just leading the way, 47 taking care of the corner. 2 sees the opening. It's almost just like a zone read for him. He makes a great cutback, makes a few people miss. He's got some speed. Very good athlete.
Well, he's over 100 yards rushing here tonight. That goes for 45 yards. And now 1st and 10 in plus territory at the 35 of Maricopa. Evan Edwards still out there, and a timeout on the field. No, it's going to be a false start against the offense.
Yep.
Moving them back to the Maricopa 40-yard line. Well, the guys up front, they've done a great job. Christian Oropeza, number 70. Let's see if they made any changes out there. Gilbert Calderon, number 67 at right tackle. They give the guys in the trench a lot of credit. Here's the rollout. Edwards throwing against the grain and finds Marcus Moore at the 28-yard line, and a gain of about 11, but still shy of the line to gain. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4.
That offensive line for the Salt River Scorpions are west side, not just Arizona kids, but west side Arizona kids. You got number 57 from Estrella Foothills, number 70 from Glendale High School, 72 from Washington, 63 from Tuba City. I guess that's not west. It's way west.
That is way west.
And then 67 from Washington High School. Hats off to the west side.
2nd and 4. Here's the chase is on, and he threw it back against the grain. It's Josh Walker.
Oh, my goodness. What's
Josh Walker has been all over the place tonight.
Whoa.
And an interception return.
He fumbled it.
And he fumbled the ball, and I think the Scorpions got it back. I think they got it back.
I saw a referee pointing the other way.
Let's see what the official called. Nonetheless,
yeah.
Let's look at this one again. That was about a 25-yard return for one of the biggest guys on the field in Josh Walker.
And then he's running, and he's looking for somebody to hit. Right there, he looks for somebody. He changes his direction, and see, he changes to go get him. See it?
I don't know. I think he was down. Well, yeah, it's going to be a turnover. So the offense will remain on the field for Salt River, but I mean that was worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
To see one of our favorites, Josh Walker, 6'2", a very lean 315.
Too bad he wasn't able to keep that. He would have felt a lot better about it. You know what I mean?
Well, I think the way he was kind of holding that out there.
DeQuarius Wright, he must be tired because DeQuarius Wright, number 98 from Washington, from Agua Fria High School, came in for him.
Now, if we want to critique his return, he's holding that ball kind of loosely over there.
Yeah, it's got to be high and tight. There's not 5 points of contact there. There's only 2.
First down and 10. Salt River, another chance, and the throw caught, and it is a reception down near the 27-yard line. 30 yards, Edwards on a nice pass play, and, well, Gus Owens, where's he been all day?
Ace double twins. 81 had a chance, I think, to get to him, and he almost let up a little bit. That looked to me like it hit the ground.
I sure did, but it was right in front of the official, so it might have been an optical illusion on your television.
I don't know about that.
Boy. So first down and 10, fresh set of downs, plus territory. This will be a false start. We'll start against the offense. We've seen a few of those here in the second half, and mainly against the Scorpions. That'll get Alec Horn, the offensive coordinator, a little extra time on film over the week. Salt River's got to feel good overall the way they played here tonight so far. We still got 9.5 left to go on the clock. 22-point lead. Here's the blitz, and Edwards picked it up nicely. Stutter steps and at least got it back to the line of scrimmage. And a hard tackle on the far side over there.
Got a little chippiness going on.
The tackle made by Curtis Rondeau.
Then one of the old linemen from the Scorpions didn't like it, so they went over there and kind of shoved him.
You're going to see Edwards get taken down pretty hard right here.
Right there. He's still up. He brings him down, puts him down. That's about right.
Yeah, nice job by our technical director, Greg Jones. Camera Cat Jones, Joey Mascaro, Austin Bush, Aberdeen, our sideline, our halftime reporter. And our thanks to Jack Schwitz and Bill Brazo, the main guy, the big guy on this broadcast. Here's a throw, and it should have been intercepted. Micah Scott.
He was there to get it. Just wasn't able to come down with it.
What happened here?
Right there, he's got it. And just doesn't come down with
I'll tell you what, I think his teammate may have stripped it out.
It was almost like his teammate distracted him a little bit, wasn't able to come down.
I'm not sure if that was Micah Scott or not.
The silver letters, numbers on the white jerseys, is hard to see it.
Yeah, and I don't know if we've got a number for him. Oh, no, that was 18 that broke that up, and that was Dom Brister on the last play.
No catch on that
So
one.
this is an incomplete pass with 8:23 left to go, and it's fourth down, and now another flag is coming in.
Yeah, that's going to be on number 30, what number? 96. He had his helmet off. He's yelling at the Scorpions. I don't know if his helmet came off by them or by him, but he was yapping at him, and that's when the flag came out. Number 36, I'm sorry. It's going to be on the Scorpions.
Oh.
So he must have had his helmet. Must have been taken out by one of them. Then he had something to say. He was walking away from him when he was talking.
Coach, I want to ask you something. I mean, you got a 35-13 lead, and this offense is just airing it out at will. As they face a fourth in, you're going to need a realtor to make up this amount of real estate. But, you know, I think they feel confident that they can, just keep executing their offense. But in most cases, most teams, like you said earlier, they'll be running the ball right now.
Yeah, but and I will give that, back when I was growing up and I was coaching in my early days, I didn't like those guys were throwing the ball when they're up by 22 in the fourth. Nowadays, that just seems to be okay. It's stop them. It's not their job to stop themselves. And this is when I see, hey, it's 14 they've got their guys have an opportunity to get on film and be successful, so they're just trying to move the chain. So I can see that. I can see that. That makes sense.
A 40-yard punt by Loschenkall. The penalty marker down. I'm still waiting for the call from a referee here. 8:17 on the clock.
Now I'm interested to see what the Maricopa Mustangs, plan on doing here.
It was offsides on the Mustangs. Well, they're going to have it nonetheless.
They're going to get back to their conventional offense and run some tight end set. Nope,